Lenny Siegel, who's the former mayor of Mountain View and a long-term organizer is going to talk a bit about how do you organize a grassroots mass movement.
There's a lot of bad stuff happening to science, to healthcare, Social Security, immigration. I don't have time to list all the damage that Trump and his MAGA fools are doing to us. And I've got a button in my house, in my button collection, that says, "Don't mourn, organize." And that's been a slogan of people in this country for more than 100 years. But what do we mean by organizing? Well, what we're doing here today is part of that. But I remember a large demonstration against what happened to George Floyd in Mountain View, and this young college student put together an online flyer with a QR code and sent that out to attract people to the event. That's a good thing, but it's not organizing. Organizing takes advantage of those tools, but you do a lot more. And it shouldn't surprise people here today that research is an important part of organizing. We need to do research about what's going wrong, what's being done to us. We need to do research about who's going to make the decisions about fixing things. We need to do research on who our opponents are, and we need to do research on who our allies are. Trump's strategy of flooding the zone, attacking so much of our country, so much of our government, has brought together people who primarily are concerned about healthcare with people who are primarily concerned about immigration, who are primarily concerned about LGBTQ rights, who are concerned about our public lands. We need to find the people in each of our communities and reach out to them, form alliances, and make sure that we understand that the best way to overcome the flooded zone is to get more and more people on our side. Now, there's another thing that I talk about in organizing. Obviously, rallies, marches, visibility demonstrations where we hold our signs on El Camino Real, which what we need to understand is there's a virtuous cycle of organizing. You start with your research and you communicate to people what you think is going on, and they aren't necessarily paying attention. So you organize demonstration. So the value of mass activity, build the movement to get more people to listen to us. As we get more people to listen to us, then we can get more people out in the streets. So it's a virtuous cycle. So organizing, particularly in a situation like this, where we're in it for the long haul, so we have to build a mass movement from people, all the different groups and organizations that have been attacked by the Trump administration, and build a mass movement. We won't agree on everything, but if we follow these ideas of research, virtuous cycle of mobilization and communication, then we will succeed.